took before the first gen even pops.
Make you wanna know my name.
Trying to bait out a hit there, but not able to get it. Ricky's AT able to get away. That was a missed decisive strike. And that is an insta-down. Uh-oh.
Welcome back, everybody. This is match 2 of today's doubleheader. This is Vigo's court. I'm your judge, Little Rugard, and with me is Counselor Poggy. Today we have another exciting matchup. Let's see what we got on the docket.
What is on the docket today? Well, here you go, sir. Here is your docket.
Thank you, Poggy. Today we have defending champions CDM versus Hellraisers, and they're going to be playing on Mount Ormond Resort with 156 square tiles, 9,984 square meters, 8 hooks minimum, 12 hooks max, and 1 permagen in that awful center building. I hate this map. I hate this map. I can't believe they picked this map. CDM is flexing when they picked this map. Just saying. This came out with the
so much. It's not
the
that
rework
bad.
made it bearable. The rework made it bearable, but I still really dislike this map. It's so big. Despite the fact that it's only 9,984 square meters, it feels big. It feels so big. It might just be that center building. I don't know. I can't believe they picked it. But this came out with the Jeff DLC. I'm going blank. What was this DLC from? This was Jeff and Legion. Right. Legion and Jeff. Right. I had to remember that. That's so tough.
And really quick, I wanted to just give a quick shout out to X57X Bruiser for their gifted tier 1 sub to Painful X Laughter. Thank you so much for the gifted sub, my friend. Welcome to the jury.
Painful laughter. That's what people make of my jokes. I'm sorry. I wish I had a sense of humor.
Ow. My laughter
man.
hurt.
Man.
Shut up, Sam. Why are you even here?
So, CDM is killing first, right? We get to see them on the play.
They are.
I'm
King
excited
Warrior.
to see this. Watching the defending champions play is a treat. No circumstances barred. Every time I am excited to see what they do. Looks like we got King Pleb Warrior on Killer. Is that correct?
That is correct, sir. King Pleb Warrior, a fantastic, one of the best killers in the league for sure, and a fan favorite, apparently, too.
I can only imagine what kind of following they have. It's great that people are developing a fan base over here. This is really cool to watch. Maybe if I'm cool enough one day, I can have the same thing.
Yeah, maybe me too. I don't know. I'm working on it.
Slowly but surely. Oh, the crawl of a desperate hag main. I feel you. I'm right there.
Leave me to it, okay? I will be the best hag main ever to exist. For sure.
Oh, another gifted sub from Bruiser to Slap and Tickle 88. Thank you so much for adding someone to the jury.
Oh,
Showing
and really
some
quick,
love to the stream.
we're getting loaded. Hello, everyone. We're going to be going over these rules and explaining how they work. So, 2 teams will go head-to-head, playing each roll twice for a total of 4 trials. In play order is home team kills, survives, and then kills. In addition, teams get points in the trial for objectives, escapes, and hooks. And teams can't bring or use keys, iridescents, event items, or add-ons. Survivors can only bring 2 of a perk or item. Survivors can only bring yellow and brown items, and BP bonuses are awarded post-trial. Broken rules may result in penalties or restarts. All right. right, folks, we're back here again with the Week 2 matchup division rivals, Creepy Daddy Michaels versus Hellraisers. Now, I'm expecting this to be something of a shutout. Creepy Daddy Michaels is such a strong team, and Hellraisers is kind of new and still getting their bearings. So I don't know. I'm not looking forward to just how difficult this will be for Hellraisers, but I'm hoping that we see some interesting killers chosen by CDM as well, and some fun matches. We'll see how they do. I'm actually pretty excited no matter what, because CDM is just fun to watch in general. What the heck
100%.
What was that? It sounded like someone threw a paper at my face. What was that noise?
Oh, good. So it did reach you. That's good. That's good.
Oh, okay. That was you.
I was trying to wake you up.
Right. Well, thank you. It worked.
You are welcome.
All right, we're in, and for some reason, I'm not showing the trials on the screen, so I'm just going to remove that off the screen because it's annoying me. All right, so here we are on Ormond with our Survivor Squad, and we have King Pleb playing, you guessed it, a Blight. I didn't actually guess it, and I assume we also have the start prediction working, right, Sam? So we can actually have them predicting who's going to win. We have about 15 minutes to decide. That should probably be a lower timer. But anyway, overhand statue now in a chase with Mr. Blight. Oh, wow, getting a pick right off of the... Wow, that was phenomenal. And we see them working on gens, though, so nonetheless, still doing the work, which is good to see. But wow, that grab was really good right out the window. Just a good start for Blight. King Pleb Warrior, of course, his usual strength coming through, shining through. And he's now going to be working his way towards that almost completed generator. As he makes his way there, he does get the hit on Lone Wolf Legend, who is taken by surprise at the Tinkerer. And does vault over, and he's on the other side, probably going to catch him here at this loop. Does he go down before he gets to the pallet? Oh, nice way to work around that. He kind of zigzagged through the lockers. Really well played there to make sure he didn't get hit. And he is going to get a hit on Miss Plop 277, who is working on a gen over on this area. This is going to be hard to follow. King Pleb Warrior, once again, being very difficult to track down what he's exactly going to be going for. He's switching around targets. He's all over the map with Blight. He is not messing around, this guy.
Oof.
When he comes at it, he comes hard. And we see Lone Wolf Legend now again in a chase with Blight. Blight's going to catch up, though, and get him down right outside of the little shack. Very nice. And he's going to leave him on the ground. He is leaving him on the ground. He is instead going to go for a slug play. And not able to find anyone, though. I guess maybe it's time to go back. And we do see the survivors working on gens. How close are they, though? Ooh, they are falling very far behind as a result of the abuse from King Pleb Warrior. As we see them now working on totems as well, I guess trying to get Hex Ruin out of the way, because Hex Ruin is, of course, ruining their good time. So they're doing their best to get it off the map. As we see now Nancy in a chase with the Blight, going down very quick right by the generator that was nearly completed too. And that's going to cause that one to also start regressing. Overhand statue also going to be on second hook too. So that's pretty strong start. Still 5 generators left. What was this about you hating Ormond? And we see King Pleb Warrior doing a phenomenal job. Yeah, I do a phenomenal job on Ormond, an otherwise difficult map in the mind of our friendly neighborhood Rugard here. As we do see Hex Ruin finally going down and Lone Wolf Legend on the ground. That did not rhyme on purpose, but bring it around town. We're going to be going around to this pallet as he goes for the Jake and leaving the slug on the ground. But since he already has one hook, and leaving Lone Wolf Legend on the ground is not a bad choice, I think. They are going for the unhook, and Pirate 55555, I think that's the right number of 5s, is going to take a hit right outside of this. It's difficult to see around these walls. That's the one thing. It's really hard to see around all of these walls. And so it's really easy to mind game, especially as such a short killer. He almost secures the hit on Dwight, but not quite. Again, rhyming. I swear I'm not doing that on purpose. And he is able to get him up just in time, but somebody's going down. It's going to be Dwight. Oh. Lone Wolf Legend would have been on second hook. Is Blight going to go back for the Fang to get him down again? It does seem that way, except maybe not. Let's see where he is. What's he doing? Oh, he's going for it. He does get her down just barely as she slides into head first into the side of the building. King Pleb Warrior getting second hook on Lone Wolf Legend, and so far 4 hooks and no gens done. And that one, while it is going to be very close, can Blight get to it to stop it in time? He probably, in theory, could, but it doesn't seem like he's going to try. He's instead going for the down on the Dwight. Which, I mean, not a bad play at all. At this point, letting them get 1 gen done isn't going to bring the score that far ahead for them. Ooh, ooh. So 1 generator finally getting done. King Pleb Warrior having a little trouble getting him on the hook, but does get him up there finally. And gets a hit on the Nancy. Overhand statue going to take a hit, and we're going to try to get it from her perspective. There we go. And we see the pallet going down immediately. Oh, but since she runs right into him, that actually scared me a little bit. Oh, God. That was phenomenal. She kind of mind-gamed herself into it, and that is 3rd hook for overhand statue. King Pleb Warrior making short work of Hellraisers. Gonna go ahead and get this pallet out of the way. He can kind of use his time here now. He can, without being too greedy, he can definitely use some of his time effectively to just do what he needs to do, set up, remove pallets off the map, whatever he wasn't able to do during the initial chases. And they are getting gens done, though, so he does want to just go ahead and shut them down again. Going back to it, they are going to get the smack, but he gets the hit first on Miss Plop 2777. Who is now in a chase and almost gets mind game, but, oh, does she go down? She does go down right by the window, not able to quite get there. Well, I guess she's not quite right by the window, but near the window. Fire 55555 now going to heal himself. And Blight saw you, my friend. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that is unfortunate. Lone Wolf Legend now going to be on 3rd hook as well. So that's already with 2 gens done very quick. 7-minute game so far and already 2 deaths. Blight very strong indeed. Light Gaming RS saying exactly what I'm thinking pretty much all the time. Turn around and look at you. Look behind you, please. Yes, I agree. Not looking behind you is really anxiety inducing. And, oh, going for the heal, the pickup on Miss Plop 2777, but she goes right back down, and Blight now going to go for the 4-man slug on Dwight. He's going to get it, too, as the pallet drops right in front of his face and gets the stun anyway. But that is a 4-man down and a 4K. Unless somebody has Unbreakable, then they could at least get out of it. But I do not think that's the case. No, they don't have Unbreakable, so that is going to be GG, folks. Already. Wow, King Pleb coming in strong, showing no mercy to these survivors. You are in a competitive match, so that's how it's going to be, folks. And a 1 hook and a 1 hook, I believe. No, I think that was a 2 hook on Dwight and a 1 hook on Miss Plop. So, yeah. Not able to 4% either, and going to try to find the hatch. Try to get that extra hatch point. Unfortunately, probably not going to find it. It's a pretty big map, pretty hard to find hatch on. And that's going to be GG, folks. Wow. So, Rue, do you want to say something?
That, like, I do not concede that I dislike Ormond. If you're going to go to Ormond, you take a killer like Blythic and move across the map like that. And that is exactly what you saw King Pleb Warrior do. Just, yeah. Blight's fast, Blight goes zoom. You have Tinkerer, Ruin Undying. Dead Man Switch is interesting. Not something I would normally run. But I again, the Ruin Undying Tinkerer, just that's all you need. You can do you can do Franklin's, you can do Sloppy. There's like the 4th perk is whatever you feel like. And yeah, just complete domination
for sure
from Blight. Complete domination.
I agree. It was pretty devastating. It was hard to watch.
Oh man, it's hard to even pick apart what went wrong for them. They really should have just split up on gens. They shouldn't. never like bring two people to the same gen. So if you interrupt, that's one of the bigger things about Ormond, right? The gens are so spread out. They didn't even try and jam the center one out, which was surprising. Usually on that map, I would argue going for the center gen first is crucial to make sure no matter what split you have, it's going to be a really tough, time for whatever killer to get across the map. It's so easy to destroy a 3-gen on Ormond, I would argue. Just, oh my goodness. Absolute powerhouse. Go for it.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to go ahead and do the post-game review and be right back in a moment with some highlights. What happened to my voice there? All right, folks, we're looking at Creepy Daddy Michaels versus Hellraisers in these Week 2 matchup division rivals. Here we go. So here's your post-game review of trial number 1. You're watching Vigo's Court. That was 2 generators getting done, folks, and only 2. That is so sad. 0 escapes. And I think it was like 7 hooks? No, 9 hooks. Okay, my mistake. I can count, though. It's cool. And a total of 4 kills. So really well done by King Pleb Warrior. Strong opening game. Going to be really difficult with Creepy Daddy Michaels 24-4 against Hellraisers. Really going to struggle to come back from that. But let's see what they can do. Creepy Daddy Michaels leading going into trial number 2. And I can just see the surprise Pikachu face on everybody's faces right now as the defending champions work their way into trial number 2. And here are some highlights, folks.
Real quick, Poggy, don't let the next game start. We've got something to figure out on the back end. But as for this game, fantastic use of the of the Blight Rush. Just every time I think he only went after 2 Tinkerer procs, and like you said, after a bit, you can let a gen or 2 fall. You've got just such crushing pressure. It doesn't matter if they get 1 or 2 gens done. You got 2 people death hook. You've got a person down. Just if they finish a gen or 2, you're absolutely fine. They're holding them to a 4 or 5 gen is needless. Just crushing the entire time. How many hooks did they get that game, you said? 9? 10?
Yeah, it was 9.
9? Yeah, just outstanding showing for Blight. And that's the thing, too, that I found interesting. They brought Blight. This is their home map. I can't imagine Blight would be a light pick for them. This killer has great mobility on like massive open maps like this to travel around, and they brought a Blight already this season. I'm surprised we saw it this early. I would have expected like a Billy or something. So interesting choice. Maybe they just don't have anybody that they prefer. Like, oh yeah, this Blight is insane or whatever. This person's Blight is insane. It would have been different if they brought like Spirit or Freddy, obviously, but I Blight wouldn't be a light choice in my opinion for this map. Blight's great on this map in my opinion. The only downside is that ever since the rework, you do slide on some of these rocks, but that didn't seem to be a problem for them, honestly. Just phenomenal Blight play, constantly juggling survivors. Survivors just probably should have spread out more. It was tough. Go for it.
I just want to say X57X Bruiser coming in the chat saying, we'll catch up. We got 3 more games. And I said, I love the confidence, man. I do. I think if you're feeling that confident that you can at least catch up, I don't know whether or not you're going to win against CDM. They're going to come at you hard if you start catching up, if they're not already coming at you hard. So we'll see how you guys do. But I believe in you. I actually do. Everybody's wanting to see CDM fall. I mean, that's what we want. So if you guys can be the ones to do it, please, by all means, we're rooting for the underdogs all the time. So bring it forward, bring it through. That's the truth.
No, that's entirely fair. And that might have been the thing. They, strong opening and then see where they respond. That's entirely fair. Also, we are, as soon as you are able to go, we are good to go. We fixed the issue on the back end.
Okay, I need to get an invite again, if we can. I didn't get an invite.
Oh, we need an invite? Okay.
Yeah, I got kicked out from the
invite,
group.
Please.
Yeah,
oh,
so
no.
team,
Imagine
if you're
kicking
listening,
Poggy from a place.
No, I don't think they kicked me. I think it was just a disconnect from the server. So if we can get an invite, guys, that'd be great. And of course, the prediction results are in. CDM won the first game, and let's make sure the next prediction is a little shorter. That should maybe be 5 minutes at most, I think, Sam. 15 minutes is already longer than most games. But otherwise, yeah.
True. Not as bad as 34 minutes, which was one of their last games happened to be 34 minutes.
Can we not? Can we just not? I don't really want to relive that. That hit right there, by the way.
PTSD.
That hit right there actually surprised me. That one, I thought it would be a miss, but maybe it was just our perspective from the spectator viewpoint. It could have been, so I don't know. But
his
yeah,
turning
like
radius, you have a
missed.
slightly wider hitbox than you would expect.
Yeah, that's very true. That is true. It's kind of like a Billy type thing.
Mm-hmm. Now I'd also agree, again, I forget the add-on's called off the top of my head. The green bird, I forget what it's called, carrion or something like that, desiccated carrion. But being able to progressively increase your rushes just makes Blight that much faster, and can be useful in chase sometimes, getting a bit of a charged attack so you go even faster through a pallet so they can't react, but also just zooming across the map, which is what we see do. Like, Blight did that all the time this match, so worked out well. Just, yeah, I can't really fault him on any of his gameplay. Just perfect gameplay from a Blight perspective. I play Blight a lot, so I appreciate it.
Very few mistakes were made. Very few.
Mm-hmm.
I think at most we could say he relinquished some of his time to kick pallets and do other things that maybe he didn't need to. There was also one potential mistake. I don't know if I want to call it a mistake, but it was when the Tinkerer went off, and it was, I think, right around this point in the game, actually. Well, no, this is closer to the beginning now, but it was somewhere between Gen 5 and Gen 4 when Tinkerer went off, and it was only Nancy sitting on that generator, and she was only at like 80%. He could have made it there. He could have made it there and stopped it and actually held down all 5 gens for much longer, I think. The only thing is he went for the down and the hook, which, again, I'm not saying it's a mistake. I'm just saying he could have held their points even harder, and he didn't, which, you know, that's his prerogative. He made that choice. Maybe he was thinking there's 2 survivors on it and didn't want to risk going there for no reason. So it was probably not a dumb play. Just a thought. So, yeah, we're still waiting on invites, guys. Hopefully they haven't gone in without us. I did get kicked from the group, so please make sure we get that invite out.
So on that, I will also say I agree that you could maybe optimize, but if I was playing Blight and I was in his position, after that many hooks and that many, downs, and you've just got Tanker to proc, I'm kind of playing lax at this point anyway. It's cleanup. They had so much pressure all the time. And I think that's what he came out. He came out full sweat mode like you do in a competitive league game. And then he's like, okay, I've got 2 people death hook. This person's down. I'm doing this. I don't really care if they finish that gen. That is 1 point for them. I am in complete control of this game. I'm just going to clean up. And so, no, I it's just dominating performance from the Blight. I'm curious to see how Hellraisers respond in kind. Looks like we're getting some hosting fixes, so hopefully we'll get an invite soon.
Hopefully. It's not a big deal. We can get out of the highlight view if you guys want to just chit-chat for a little bit. Let's see what chat's doing now. So we are still waiting, but if we look at chat, we have Aggressive Sausage saying, pop off on them. And he goes, no, X57 X Bruiser says, it's the truth. I'm not popping off. Yeah, I don't know if you're feeling confident, you're feeling confident. I don't think you're popping off either. Yeah. Pretty Good Fang says, heard, Poggy. Thank you very much. I wasn't adding you. Don't worry, Pretty Good Fang. I know you know. I was telling it to the teammates who might not have been in chat. I think that was the invite, though, going out. And we are going to be seeing CDM playing as the Survivor Squad now. And hopefully, yeah, this is what we wanted to see, folks. This is it right here. The Dream Team. King Pleb Warrior, Oh, Choke Me Daddy, Rejuvenated Trip, and Freaky JT. The strongest survivors that we know of currently in the league, probably. There is, however, another team that could be showing up soon on Sunday to be playing called Deity, who's apparently super strong too. So I'm honestly looking forward to the CDM versus Deity game. That one sounds super intense because I don't know how they're going to play yet. But yeah, CDM bringing their
that's next week.
Yeah, next week, by the way. Next week is going to be, hang on a minute. We have a high 5 request from Oblivion Nerd. So do you want to do that? You put your hand up against the wall, and I will high five it. 3, 2, 1, go. Boom! Yeah, baby. I need a slap sound effect,
Boom.
Which I still don't have, but I will work on it. If you guys remind me to get a slap sound effect. There's your high Paul Guard high five. You're welcome. All right. And Freaky JT in previous season was the #1 survivor for the longest time on the leaderboards, by the way, if you don't remember that. And he is super strong. Are we seeing 2 flashlights? Oh boy. No, okay, you switched to a medkit, but Rejuvenate is still holding onto a flashlight. We'll see what they do with that. I got excited for a minute. I was like, oh. So Rejuvenated is readying up with his flashlight. And be careful, guys. I see 3 medkits. I'm pretty sure that is illegal, unless one of them is a different color. No, it's 2 of... Remind me, right? Rue, you know the rules better than I do, even though I've read them. I still don't remember them.
It is the base item. If you bring 2 brown and 2 yellow, that breaks the rules. It has to be of a medkit, of a toolbox, of a flashlight. And if you bring a key, I'm yelling at you.
Yeah, no keys. 2 flashlights. Interesting. That's something we haven't really seen from CDM. I wonder if they're memeing or if this is actually serious. Like if they're actually practicing something that they've been working on, perhaps without our consent. They're not allowed to just practice crazy plans like this. What are they doing?
It's defending champion CDM. Their memes are competitive. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you're right. Never mind. I'll shut up then.
Practice? Are we talking about practice?
They don't practice. Are you kidding me? These kids don't practice. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, folks. We're about to go in.
Right.
Everybody's kind of readying up. We see 3 out of 4 survivors readied up. Lucian Garcia is going to be killing for HR. Hellraisers. Here we go. Yeah, let's go ahead and run them rules and see what it's like for the killer side scoring points. All right, everyone, we're going to be looking at how the game works from the killer side. Now, killer points. Each survivor is worth a total of 6 points per survivor. First hook is 1 point, second is 2, and third is 3 points. Progressing is only 1 point. Killer bonus points. Every 5,000 blood points is 1 point. Getting to hatch first is also 1 point. A killer can only be used a total of 3 times in the season. Killers have a 150 millisecond ping limit. Also, should a reset occur, the killer and perks must remain the same. Bringing the wrong map is a forced reset, and minus 10 points. Bringing a killer a 4th time is 10 points off, and changing a build after is also 10 points. Not being on the roster is a 5 point and a reset. All right, folks, we're back here again with defending champions Creepy Daddy Michaels versus division rivals Hellraisers. Oh, yes, folks. They're going in now, and we're loading still, but that's okay. It'll only be a few seconds longer, I think. The loading bar is showing it's completed, but clearly it's not. Clearly it's not done. The loading bar is a lie, okay? It just is.
Really is.
The biggest lie ever told. But let's go. Let's see what's going on. We have our Survivor Squad all kind of together doing some... Oh, no, they're on the wrong map. Oh, no.
Oh no!
Oh no! They're on
no!
That was a Coldwind Farm map, and today's map is Ormond. Lucian Garcia coming in, giving HR a penalty already. That is rough.
I can say I do appreciate the fact that all of CDM immediately disconnected to save us the time of them realizing and waiting for the map to change.
Yeah, we can definitely say these guys are pros. So, wow, I'm feeling kind of bad. I really feel like Hellraisers is feeling a bit nervous making some mistakes like this. Lucian Garcia is maybe feeling the pressure. I don't know.
Maybe that's unfortunate. That is an unfortunate penalty to have.
And I'm just going to go out on a limb.
If you're playing killer for a team, no, go for it.
I was just going to guess that CDM's probably not going to enact the penalty. They're probably going to reject it. We'll see what they do, though.
Probably. If you guys are a killer and you're playing on a team, have a checklist to go over with your captain and make sure you pick the correct map. It is a very easy thing to do to avoid a penalty. Trust me. You can do it. I believe in you. And also makes things a bit smoother on our end. Having to reset.
It does save us time, yeah. But that's okay. I mean, it's not like it took them that long to get back in and get readied up again. So they're going in. They're not wasting too much of our time, and we're going back right now. So we just gotta wait for the load screen. That's it. Really quick, reading the chat here, we see everyone flame freaky. I don't even know what the heck that means. I'm not going to ask. Certified Persona is a bot, apparently.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What?
How dare you make them
What?
not the right map? Shake my head. Are we blaming other people in the chat for map mistakes? That's pretty interesting.
Flame freaky.
Pretty good Fang saying some
no.
nice words, saying, come on, HR, y'all got this. I hope so. I think they can do pretty well. We'll see. And unfortunately, we did already see what Killer was, so they lack the surprise. It is a Freddy that they're bringing.
Oh, right. CDM is the one that was hosting, so it's actually CDM that got the map wrong. Right.
CDM made the mistake. They're the ones hosting? I didn't know that. I thought it was...
They weren't, like, Sam wasn't kidding. I didn't realize that. Yeah, they had a host issue, so they switched to CDM hosting.
That is unfortunate. So this is a big opportunity for Hellraisers then, because Hellraisers could take that penalty and go ahead and say, yeah, we're gonna take that 10
They
point.
declined the penalty like
5
good
point.
sports.
They declined it. Good for them. You know what? Good for HR. I appreciate that a lot. That's really nice of them.
Mood.
But this isn't a place to be nice. This is...
It's sweat and blood here.
Let's go. We're here again. Rejuvenated Trip, and we have a Freddy game, of course. Freaky JT. The map still seems to be loading. I don't know what's going on. It looks super low poly. But yeah, we have a Freddy, by the way. He's Palette Freddy. He's doing some Palette Freddy. Palette Freddy being, I think, a weaker option, which we said that before. Honestly, Snare Freddy is a lot stronger IMO and a lot more reliable. But nevertheless, here he is with some Palette Freddy, getting some hits on Rejuvenated Trip very early. These pallets are a little bit unsafe, so he does have to work extra hard to make sure that he's a little bit safe. Rejuvenated Trip wanting to be very careful now that he's been hit already once. Working his way towards one of these other pallets, trying to get there quickly. Is he going to make it? I think he does. Trying to get a respect. And he goes down. Rejuvenated Trip down really quick around this. Not quite enough. And Freaky JT going in for a flashlight save. Beautiful flashlight save by Freaky JT. We have not seen a single successful flashlight save, and leave it to CDM to bring it. I see Rejuvenated Trip using Quick and Quiet to get into the locker. And he has head-on and head-ons to Freddy. They are memeing, but doing it very effectively, too.
Ooh.
Can I just comment on the thing that I find most surprising here?
Please.
Go for
King
it.
Pleb is not playing David King.
Okay. Thank you for that input, sir.
That's his main. What the fuck?
I don't know. I don't know what the fuck, man. All right. King Pleb Warrior not playing a David King, and that's okay. We're going to move along, though, and try to track what Freddy is doing. Freddy's having a hard time. These survivors are giving Freddy a hard time with a pallets done, and then what was it? No, it was a flashlight save, and then a head-on play. Just phenomenal all around.
Ooh.
Already.
Ooh. I feel a highlight reel coming up.
Very well could be. As we see now, Kate Denson in a chase, also injured. Oh, choke me, daddy. Gonna try to get the vault there and is able to successfully get a fast vault. Unfortunately, doesn't have balanced landing, so it gets slowed down. However, Freddy spends the time there to kick a door open instead of going for the vault, which actually could have landed him another down. And a generator does pop. First generator done at 2 minutes 30. As he goes for the mind game, but it wasn't enough. We do see the dead heart. Oh, choke me, daddy, going down quickly. Freddy, pretty strong so far. And we see Rejuvenated and Freaky working on a gen and finishing it. 3 gens left. And we're going to see him putting down pallets inside of the Ormond Resort.
Did they take Palette Freddy last time?
I do think so, yes.
Interesting.
And And getting a hit on Freaky JT, a very rare sight indeed. Is he actually going to be able to get Freaky JT down, though? No, I don't think he is going for it. Instead, leaving him behind, going for someone else. Now, he only has one hook so far. Lucian is struggling to get any more downs and hooks at the moment. And he's going to teleport over to the gen in the corner, which is being worked on by, I think that was a Kate. Not 100% sure. I think I saw Kate there. Could have been Freaky. I think it was Meg, actually. Because it's Freaky, he's injured. And we do see Rejuvenated Trip now going to be in a chase. Is he going to commit to the chase? Yes, he is. He's faking the teleport. 3 gens now completed. These survivors not messing around as usual. Ooh, a nice whiff too. Not able to get the stun. I think he was trying to bait into a stun, but it didn't quite work out. And he does end up taking a hit and now has the opportunity to run away. He seems to have lost him for a second there. And now Freddy is going to kick the gen as he teleports around and, again, just not securing any more downs. Really, really rough. Freaky JT working on his gen, nearly completed, too. Freddy is going to have a hard time coming back from this. If he can come back from it at all. We see him now chasing King Pleb Warrior in Ormond, who does have Lithe and is able to lie the way very quickly. Oh. A nice hit, nice mind game going around the other side. And now chasing who? Where did we go? Ah, chasing Kate. Does get the hit. Everybody now injured, but that's probably not going to be enough. He's going to have to work a lot harder to get an actual down this time. As we see gens just getting nearly fully completed very quickly. And now trying to reset a little bit, heal up, and get ready to get out. Rejuvenated Trip working on his gen. They're kind of splitting up now, working on generators. 6 minutes into the game, and nearly all 5 gens done. We haven't seen any more meme plays like head-on or flashlight saves, but that strong opening from them doing that was able to kind of keep the game solid for them. Keep down any hooks and anything like that. It was very strong. And we see Freddy teleporting to, I believe it was the middle gen, perhaps. And now possibly chasing it. We do see an adrenaline play from Freaky JT, who is now fully healthy. Gets the speed boost to get away. As usual, taking 0 hooks. This guy just can't be hooked. He's like impossible to hook. Now he does take a hit. Very nice mind game by the Freddy jumping down off the top of the balcony to get that hit. Which, you know, any hit on Freaky JT, even if it's not a down, I'm going to say that's a win. Just getting the hit.
Feel that.
Yeah. And, ooh, not really pressuring the gate. He just kind of, I don't know what he was planning there, but they are all going to start getting out now. That is unfortunate. 2 out already. Freaky JT getting some extra BP with the heals. Lucian Garcia looking around for somebody. Some kind of desperate measure. Being extra cautious trying to get himself healed. But he doesn't finish the heal. Swaps out the flashlight for the medkit. Now he's going to finish the heal, and this will give them the opportunity to get out without risking getting downed. And Rejuvenated Trip is going to be going for the other gate to get that extra point as well. So they want to maximize those points, and I presume Freaky JT might know where... Hey, nice. Nice moonwalks. He might know where Hatch is, but I don't know if they do or not. And I believe this will be a 4-man escape, of course. Oh, yeah. He is going to give him a little bit of chase. Maybe try to prevent one gate from getting open. Does get the stun on Freddy. And instead of getting the gate open, is instead going to abandon it and go for the open gate. Not going to risk it. Smart play by Rejuvenated Trip. No reason to get greedy at this point in the game.
For sure.
And that's a 4-man escape, ladies and gentlemen. We just saw it. You saw it here first.
Ooh.
Well done from Creepy Daddy Michaels and Lucian Garcia, struggling to do any damage to these players.
That was brutal.
That was quite brutal. Kind of hard to watch.
I think that opening play with the flashlight into the head-on completely unnerved Lucian, and just I don't think they regained their composure after that. They didn't commit to a chase enough. Just I think it rattled them too much. And I mean, to be fair, if they did that to me, I would probably be equally as rattled. Because you're in a comp game, you got a flashlight save and a head-on. It does not feel good. Does not feel good at all. And I think they barely have any overlapping perks either, it looks like. I think Spine Chill and Resilience and Borrow Time seems to be the only ones that are overlapping. Everything else is kind of just everyone doing their own thing.
All right, we're going to go ahead and do the post-game review, and we'll be right back with some highlights from that game. Hope you guys are enjoying the show, and here we go. All right, guys, we're watching Week 2 matchup division rivals Creepy Daddy Michaels versus Hellraisers. They are the defending champions, Creepy Daddy Michaels, and showing it very strongly here today. And this is your trial number 2 review. They got a total of 5 generators done and a total of 4 escapes. Brilliant plays all around. And we also saw 1 hook from Freddy, which is devastatingly bad, and of course 0 kills. Just so hard. And yeah, we definitely saw that. And 27-3 in trial number 2. Going into trial number 3, Creepy Daddy Michaels leading going forward. And X57 Bruiser with some nice words saying they're the champs for a reason. And I agree, they definitely are. They're showing it. They're showing that strength. And here are some highlights from trial number 2.
Oh man, if I don't remember if this was actually the same Freddy that brought pallets last time, but pallet Freddy is not the way to go. It's not. It's not nearly as good as just having the dream snares. The dream snares do so much more work, because right there, all these loops that they were going into, if they had just snared them up, would have been amazing. And instead, I don't think they dropped a single dream pallet in the entire game, which, to be fair, I don't think they dropped hardly any pallets in the game. They seem to just play without them almost, relying on just the loops themselves in that center building. Just oof. I don't hate the build on Freddy. The build seems fine. If you're gonna run the chains, I don't see the point of running pallets. Just run the other one, make it even slower. Thanatophobia seems fine. I'm not a huge fan of Pop Goes the Weasel on Freddy. I prefer Ruin Undying. I don't know. Freddy on this map isn't horrible. You can teleport. It's kind of like Blight. You have a lot of ways to get around the map. But CDM's tough. They're defending champions for a reason. These teams are brutally good. They've had hundreds of hours of practice together.
Oh, yeah.
And just showing just how strong they are.
Hello, everyone. We're going to be going over these. Oh, sorry. I pushed the wrong thing. We are readying up, though, and we are going to go ahead and run the rules video. I just preemptively clicked it. Sorry. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll be right back. And here's how the survivor scoring works. All right, folks, we're going to be looking at how the survivors side earns their points. And let's look at all their objective score points, counting down from 5 generators. 5 and 4 are worth 1 point each. 3 and 2 gens are worth 2 points each. And 1 is worth 3 points. 1 escape is worth 1 point. 2 escapes is worth 2 points. 3rd escape is worth 4 points. And the 4th escape, a total of 5 points. Every 16,000 scored is worth 1 point. First to hatch also gets 1 point. Survivor penalties: bringing banned or limited items, perks, or add-ons is minus 10 points. Changing build after reset is also minus 10 points. And starting with the wrong skin or avatar or a non-listed roster player is minus 5 points as well. All right, folks, we're going to be looking at how the survivor side earns. Okay, guys, couple things. Your 5-minute prediction time has started, and go ahead and make your predictions now. And by the way, We saw Hellraisers in the lobby. They switched out. They pulled a killer off the bench. Pirate 55555 going to be killing for their team. He was previously surviving in the first trial, so we'll see how he does as killer and what killer he's going to bring. I am actually curious as well. So let's jump into it. Here's where we are. We're about 10 seconds out from being in game, I think. Maybe a little less than that. Trial number 3 about to start now. And only 2 trials left in today's matchup. It's anybody's game, but I'm pretty sure it's Creepy Daddy Michael's game at this point. But it's not far. It's not so far enough that they couldn't theoretically catch up. Let's see how they do, though. I am interested in seeing some good plays, and we see again some flashlighty clickiness as these survivors prepare to have some fun and hopefully do their typical domination as they like to do. Let's see who the killer is. We see a Trapper. Very cool. We love to see some Trapper. Trapper's tough on this map. Now, this could be a throwaway decision. That trap might be too close to the window. If it's going to be a fast fall, we'll see. But yeah, that rejuvenated strip is going to be walking towards the Trapper. We see Freaky JT working on their gen, nearly completing it. Pirate 55555 working his way around, doing his setup. Trapper's going to be tough. This is a very difficult map for a Trapper to work on, in my opinion anyway.
100%.
And so they definitely have their work cut out for them. We see rejuvenated strip immediately going for some traps to just get them out of the game. Yeah, that's a long disarm time. He's probably using those add-ons that increase that time for sure. As we see now, Pirate 55555 working his way towards where the trap was tripped. But he's not able to spot anyone. We see, so they're being sneaky too. And there he does finally find him. And he gets trapped. Very nice play. Pirate predicting that they might go down into that pallet loop. Very smart, and is going to go for a basement hook early. With only 1 gen being completed so far, this is a game they could take back if they play this right. Although we do see another generator popping so quick. These guys do not waste time. Freaky JT already on the center gen.
I'm not gonna lie, when they stepped in the trap, I was wondering if someone was waiting with a flashlight.
Yeah, actually, that would have been interesting. I was surprised that we didn't see that, but they were just focused on gens, and now we see Rejuvenated Strip just hanging on to basement now. This could be tough. Because he is, I don't want to say he's proxy camping, but he kind of is proxy camping, but not really. So he is going to go up the stairs, follow the Meg, grab the trap, and actually work his way back. Probably going to kick the door open. Yep, that's probably the play right there. Kick the door, get that open, get that out of the way. And keep harassing the Meg. And I just want to confirm really quick. Yeah, he is progressing to stage 2 as well. So this could be really difficult for these survivors right now if they don't go and get him out of the basement soon. And we see Trapper ignoring the Meg now to go back for the basement. Checking on it. I think what we're seeing here potentially is a gens before friends scenario where they're just saying, we're not even going to go for the basement unhook. We don't want to give you the opportunity for that pressure. As they continue to just focus down generators. Are they going to go for it or not?
I think this is the ancient technique of gens before Davids.
Gens before Davids makes sense. We do see him actually going back for it now, and Freaky JT is working his way towards the killer shack. Freaky JT gonna have to trip the trap first, disarming it before going in. And we do see now Trapper is on his way back. I don't think he's gonna make it on time. He's gonna go down. He's dead. He's dead on first hook. That is unlucky for Rejuvenated Trip. Now, this is a game that this Trapper could potentially bring through. But he still has his work cut out for him. Even with 3 survivors only alive, this team is still quite devastating. I mean, they basically only had 3 survivors for that entire time Rejuvenated was on the hook. So, I mean, they still got 2 more gens done. Actually, 3 more gens done in that time.
I think that's the first time I've seen the trap add-ons like that working.
Yeah, it actually worked really well. And we see now everybody is injured as these survivors are trying to formulate a plan. I think they are currently trying to reset, as we see Oh Choke Me Daddy getting a heal. Now we see King Pleb doing the same on Freaky JT and probably going to get each other healed. And we see Oh Choke Me Daddy in a chase, getting the stun. Very nice as he gets the hit right before. And Oh Choke Me Daddy may not make that with a dead heart, though. Gonna save him. As he works his way into the TNL loops, he's looking for another potential save. Is he going to get one, though? Is there another pallet close enough? I think so, but where is he going? What is he doing? That's going to be a down on Oh Choke Me Daddy. Right at the window. Why not go for the pallet? I don't know, but he went for somewhere else. Now getting another down. And these survivors are having a tough time against this trapper. Although they're still working on generators, Freaky JT now also going in for the heal on Trapper, and we do see that Spine Chill working in favor to get that heal up a little bit faster. And now Trapper going upstairs to follow the Kate, and probably going to want to kick the gen at some point to be extra careful, but instead of doing that, oh, nice down coming in for Oh Choke Me Daddy. Very well played by Pirate. And once again, they're going to be going in. He's taking him to basement. He is taking him to basement, folks. He's going for another one. He is desperate to get another basement. And I will just point out, he has Iron Grasp, Agitation, and Monstrous Shrine.
It's legit basement trapper. When he left to go pick up the trap. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, this is basement trapper build. And it's showing very strong. Like, that's why Rejuvenated Trip had such little time on the hook, because he was in basement. You have to wonder what other surprises does this trapper have up his sleeve. Is he going to be able to get these survivors down and get more basement hooks? What's the plan here? He's kind of running to the corner of the map, I guess, looking for the survivors there. I guess he maybe went to go kick the generator. Now, unfortunately, one hook kills are not as valuable as multiple hook kills, but they're also better than no kills, so I don't know if I can hate on it. And again, we do see everyone injured. Oh Choke Me Daddy still on the hook, desperate for someone to come save him. Please get me off of this hook as King Blood Warrior sits back on his generator. Freaky JT working his way towards there, but not feeling too confident that he's going to be able to get there in time. They were not expecting this, I don't think. This is for sure unexpected. King Blood Warrior now in a chase, taking a hit off the generator after a full heal. And again, going to kick it. Now, this would be an opportunity for him to go in and actually get the unhook, but he's not taking it. Freaky JT instead opting to be more cautious, which actually could ruin this for their team. We have never seen CDM be held down so strong like this, ever since maybe Bubba's Bullies went up against them in the last season.
Do you think they took bets and said, hey, if you get hooked, we're not coming for you or something?
Maybe, I don't know, but they seemed like they wanted to go for it. They were just being cautious, so I don't think that's it.
Oh, man.
So now, 2 survivors dead on first hook. That is rough. And again, resetting. Maybe they can still get this gen done. And yeah, I mean,
Alpha
Pirate
RPG
555 doing phenomenal.
Yeah, Alpha RPG in chat said this dude is a legend. I agree.
Oh yeah, he is blowing my mind right now. I was not expecting it to be this strong against CDM. Trapper is not that strong on this map usually, and I guess maybe Pirate is like a legit Trapper main who does this kind of stuff all the time. He's like, this is a breeze for me. What are you talking about? I'm the one who makes the Ormond offering.
Oh my word.
Now, Freaky JT still hasn't been caught and hooked yet, which really no surprise there. Gonna use his balance landing to get away much faster. Working his way to the jungle gym in the corner of the map, pushing Trapper away, trying to, but Trapper not really falling for it. Instead, gonna go pick up a trap. and work his way to another area to pressure. He sees here that there is a nice solid 3-gen on that side of the map, and he doesn't want to abandon it too much. Instead, just going to go pick up the trap and work his way back. Now, they could, in this intervening time, finish a generator, but as you can see, they are pretty far from getting anywhere near done. And Freaky JT might just be looking for Hatch right now to try to identify where it is in case the end game comes along very soon. King Club Warrior taking a hit on the Trapper's knife axe thing. And King Club Warrior working his way inside of the Ormond Resort, going upstairs, and probably going to use this God Pallet. And that's exactly what we see as he drops the pallet early, taking the down, and Trapper jumping off the edge and not kicking the pallet. Could potentially get him down if he's very quick. Oh, but using a live to get much faster. And jettisoning away from the Trapper's wrath. And now starts healing himself. With Trapper looking on in terror. 11 minutes into the game, very close to being anybody's game at this point. And again, going back to kick the generator, he has a really good 3-gen right now. And he's got this whole area of the map kind of trapped up, so this is definitely in his favor at the moment. Can he hold it, though? Let's find out. And we do see Freaky being very cautious not to leave track marks when Trapper's nearby. He wants to maintain his streak of never being murdered. And Lori working her way around the loop, being careful, but we do bait out a whiff on the Trapper. Is going to eventually take a hit, though, and get that extra distance. And Lori, once again, healing herself up, and Trapper abandoning it. And she does see him coming. And that is not the one she was working on. That's not it. That could be it right there. If he's not careful, he is actually going to go pressure it. Very good choice by Trapper to make sure he does that. Wants to pressure this generator and get it kicked again. But first, he wants to browse around to try to find the Megan. Just not able to do it. Checking the locker. Nah, she wouldn't do that. That's not a Freaky JT play, let me tell you. Let me slow your roll right there. Now, Freaky JT's over here, though. He's right back on it. Where was he? I don't even know where he was. I think he's just Mickey Mouse, or whatever you call it. Scooby-Dooing, I think is what they call it. He's doing the Scooby-Doo. But this time it's not working out. He is able to get spotted right there and does bait out a whiff, though. As he works his way, giving a nice friendly click. He's saying, please hit me. Hit me, Trapper, please. I like it when you hit me. And now kicking the gen again. King Pleb nearly done with his gen. Now that's 2 gens that are being very hard pressured. And maybe he should stop focusing on necessarily stopping the gens and instead try to at least get the downs. And he does get King Pleb Warrior hit, but King Pleb had 99 as heal and then healed himself right back up at the last second. And we're going to see Freaky JT go right back to his generator, I'm sure. Or not. Maybe he's not. Maybe he's getting sidetracked. Look at that toolbox
he found, though.
That toolbox could help, yeah. That toolbox could definitely bring this game home for them. This 3-gen is making it very difficult for these survivors, and that's what we're seeing right now.
Chat says play Benny Hill. Exactly.
And copyright strike. Okay,
Oh, no.
Freaky JT and Lori now meeting up. This is going to be the regression that Trapper needs.
Right now.
It is tied, yeah.
That's an interesting tactic. Instead of healing their and showing that they're together, they're letting each other get completely healed and then topping each other off. I bet you one of them has resilience as well.
Well, King Pleb Warrior already did this once where he actually 99'd his heal. And I think he's doing that again, though, with his med kit just barely almost completely used. And he can just tap himself to heal. So that is the play there for King Pleb. And just so you know, yeah, he does have resilience. And that could benefit him here greatly with this generator halfway done. Freaky JT almost taking a hit at the pallet.
Oof.
Not quite, though. Is going to end up kicking it. That is now a dead zone. These survivors, the more pallets they use in this area in particular, the more dead zoney this area becomes. Now, these jungle gyms tend to be kind of safe with the windows and stuff, but other than that, there's not a whole lot to protect them. And we see King Pleb Warrior once again 99ing the heal. And that gen far along, very far progressed. As we see Trapper now working his way back to the other one with Megan using her toolbox. Now going to have to hop off the generator as Trapper comes back again. This could be a very long stalemate with just these two survivors alive. I told you, even with only two survivors, it's like you're really playing with three. It's because CDM is just that strong. Just the way they coordinate their efforts.
So many massively defensive games against the defending champions.
That really doesn't come as a surprise to me, actually. And Freaky JT might actually complete this gen. He might actually finish that, guys. I don't know. That's... Ooh, no, he got interrupted by the Trapper barely. Pretty close, like 90%. But Trapper doesn't kick it. This could be the moment she needs to finish it. Is it going to be? What the heck was that sound in my ears? Anyway, Freaky JT is going to get the opportunity to blow it out, finish it, popping that generator. All 5 generators finally getting done at 17 minutes and 10 seconds into the game. Holy cow, what a long one. And now King Pleb Warrior again in a chase with the Trapper. One misstep could be a trap for this player. And a down and a hook. So we'll see how he does. But we do see King Pleb Warrior working his way to a safe jungle gym now. But going down with Noed in play as well. A beautiful play, a beautiful decision by Light. What's his name? Sorry. Pirate. I got them mixed up, the other guy. Sorry. Pirate bringing in Noed.
Oh, my word.
We have not seen a lot of Noed play and trying to find Freaky JT, but Freaky JT already out the door, even with Noed in play. Not going to be enough as he does go down, but makes his escape, giving him a free hit on the way out the door. Putting a trap down for really no reason. I guess just the extra BP. My goodness.
Yeah.
If he had trapped the door, though.
My word.
If he had trapped the door and maybe just gone for the slug instead, maybe he could have actually gotten Freaky down. This would have been the first time we saw Freaky die, but at least in a long time. I don't think we've seen him die for ever that I'm aware of. But anyway, wow, what a long game. What an exciting game, though. Even though it was boring for a little bit, some downtime in the middle, it still ended up being pretty exciting in the end.
They used Monstrous Shrine.
Yeah, Monstrous Shrine, Iron Grasp, and Agitation. And Noed.
What was
Although Noed didn't come into play till later, obviously.
This build?
Insane.
This guy's like, hey, we're going to take a throwaway killer. Actually, we're going to take a throwaway killer, but we're going to have fun. Oh, my word. Yeah, Alpha RPG called it. This guy's a legend in my book. Basement Trapper on Ormond against defending champion CDM. What?
Not bad.
A legend.
Really not bad at all.
Oh my goodness. This, like, it was like, yeah, there was a stalemate at the end. Stalemate, yeah. But that was so interesting and fun to watch.
It really was. It was really surprising.
That's phenomenal. I think you were right. I think they called it there was resilience.
Score's right.
All right, folks, we're going to do really quick a post-game breakdown of trial number 3. Now, somebody in chat said that they're coming back. HR is making a comeback. Are they? Let's find out in this post-game review. Ladies and gentlemen, that was defending champion CDM, trial number 3 versus Hellraisers, who was raising some hell admittedly in this trial number 3. And here is your breakdown. You're watching Vigo's Court. We saw 5 generators getting done in total, which, you know, I kind of expected that, but it was hard. They had a hard time only getting 1 escape. So really rough game. But only 3 hooks. Everybody that got hooked was 1 hook kill. A 3-kill, 3-hook game. And Hellraisers only 12 points to CDM's 15, so they didn't really make a comeback because just not enough hook points. Creepy Daddy Michael's still leading going into trial number 4. So unfortunately, even though they were able to get some points, they weren't able to really close the gap because it was just wasn't enough hooks. It was something we've talked about before. If you do 1 hooks, you're only going to get 1 extra point per progression. Which is not enough to really do as much damage. If you get 3 hooks, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points per survivor.
True. However, you do get to claim you 3K'd CDM.
That's also a very good point. Yes. No, I'm not denying that reality at all. I mean, it was a great game. Really fun to watch. We didn't expect Trapper to be that strong. At least I didn't. But, really good Trapper, obviously not really having too much trouble.
I think it was just because of how offbeat it was. Monstrous Shrine, they're like, okay, Trip has this much time in the base, we can do this. And then that time happened a bit faster than they expected. And then they're like, oh, let's go break him out. Oh, wait, we can't disarm these traps because they take a long time now. It was enough offbeat, weird timing things that cost them. And then after that first go, okay, well, and then the second person got put in the basement. Oh my goodness. That was fun. That was so bizarre. And I welcome that. That was so offbeat. I don't even know where to start. There's so many things that was just weird about this game, and I love it. And oh my goodness. And again, it was all against CDM. This was so much fun. I don't have much more to say. I think I'm just gonna end up rambling at this point about how fun this was.
It was silly. It was cases. Yeah. It wasn't like, it was very memey, bringing flashlights and having them have it was like, that wasn't a meta build at all. There was no meta at all. It was, hopefully I can get a basement hook and start pressure and like all that. And he did. So it was really funny and kind of silly, but I liked it.
And on top of that, you're playing Trapper with only 1 base trap. You've brought both add-ons for disarm time. And so he's actually, in my opinion, kind of lucky that it was in the Killer Shack for basement, because there's only 3 locations you absolutely have to trap. If it was that main building, that would have been a nightmare to trap up. Sure, you could possibly lock it down. And if you locked it down, it'd be very, powerful. But I think it was banking on the fact that it needed to be Killer Shack. If this wasn't Killer Shack, I don't think it would have happened this way. There's so many entrances to that building. It was the right conditions all the way around for something very fun and enjoyable to watch. I'm also very curious to hear CDM's thoughts at the end of this. I want to know what they were going through during this. Oh, man. Poggy, I heard that we have some merch at vigoscourt.tv. Vigoscourt.tv. We have stickers and shirts representing your favorite team. Support them. I'm going to support my team, Undying Alliance. You can support CDM, the defending champions. Or you can support Hellraisers, who just got a 3K against CDM on their home map. I don't know about you guys, but I'm leaning towards that almost. That was so much fun to watch. And then on top of that, we also have Patreon, patreon.com/vigoscourt if you want to support us there and help us continue to grow this platform that we're on. I know I want to. I'm already on there. You should go join us there. We already have a Patreon post already, don't we? You guys could.
I think
it's only allowed for patrons though, so you have to.
No, it's public. Subscribe. It's a public post.
Oh, it's public. Dang it.
Yeah.
Make it private.
I'm sorry. No, no, I won't. I won't do that. I won't. King Flip Warrior will be killing again in this one. Let's jump in and see who we're looking at. So
looks like they are playing.
Go ahead.
I did change up the prediction a little bit.
All right.
It looks like
Do you want to expand on that? No? Okay. Oh. Lucian Garcia, D-Rack. I can do it. Nev1111, who we've seen before, and we've also seen X57X Bruiser. And we also see King Blood Warrior killing. So this is our team going into trial number 4, folks. Hopefully it's as exciting as it sounds. I like Officer Detective Tap in his sort of silly officer sweater.
But it's
That's
not
so cute.
Strawberry Tap.
No, it's not. But that's okay.
That's okay. You're right. Oh man. I do appreciate the diversity in the outfits that Behavior has. I do like that a lot about them.
For sure. All right, we just got another Poggard High Five, and of course, that'll be all the Poggard High Fives for today. So let's go ahead and do that for our friends. Hang on a second. Hang on. All right, guys, let's do another high five. You ready? That took you forever to get your hand up. Were you?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Boom. Boom, baby. All right, let's look one more time at these rules, and we'll be right back after this. Hello, everyone. We're going to be going over these rules and explaining how they work. So, 2 teams will go head-to-head, playing each role twice for a total of 4 trials. In play order is home team kills, survives, and then kills. In addition, teams get points in the trial for objectives, escapes, and hooks. And teams can't bring or use keys, iridescents, event items, or add-ons. Survivors can only bring 2 of a perk or item. Survivors can only bring yellow and brown items, and BP bonuses are awarded post-trial. Broken rules may result in penalties or restarts. All right, audience, we're back here. Week 2 matchup, division rivals, defending champions, Creepy Daddy Michaels versus Hellraisers. Yeah. And we're on Ormond still, by the way, in case you forgot. That's the map we're playing on. A home team map for CDM, a choice they made. I don't know why they made that choice, but they did. So Ormond it is, and here we go, back in almost just about 5 seconds or so out. Hopefully we'll get in just a moment. And there we go. Here we go. So we have D-Rack, we have Neville1111, we got King Pleb Warrior playing also a Trapper. I think he was like, yeah, you know what? Let's just do this. Let's just have fun with these guys. Let's do another Trapper against Hellraisers and let them feel what we just felt. So we'll see how it goes. Setting 2 traps very close together. Nice. And we also see Lucian Garcia rocking a flashlight, X57X Bruiser, working his way to help Fang out on his generator. And we see Trapper kind of just setting up his starting game, and the Survivor's kind of doing the same, just working on gens. And he is kind of now working his way toward the center building, I think, but we don't know exactly where he's going, although we see the gen getting done. We see him in the background there, getting a hit on Nev1111. Very nice. Working his way now to the Killer Shack, but deciding instead he's going to abandon that chase and go for the center gen. We do see 1 generator pop already against the Trapper. King Blood Warrior working his way towards Cheryl, lining up for the chase, trying to get him a nice hit before he goes to any safety, working his way to safety now towards the jungle gym. Is going to probably drop this pallet early. No, decides not to, instead vaulting and then getting on the trap. Very nice setup by King Pleb, working his way this way, kind of zoning the Survivor into the trap. And now a hook on Lucian Garcia. Now the Survivors are having to kind of work their way back to get the unhook and be very careful about what they're doing. And he's kind of proxy camping the hook a little bit, and then moving away now towards the center gen again. And is going to place a trap right here by the door. Good choice, I think. That tends to be a spot where I hate when Survivors go up there, so having a trap up there is not a bad idea at all. And we see X557X Bruiser seeing Trapper coming down the stairs, going to run away and try not to get downed. And we are chasing very close to the hook, which could present a problem for these Survivors to get the unhook. Taking a hit and then running away. Good choice. And as he works his way towards this area, does he know about these traps that were back here? I do believe this is where Trapper set up his 2-man trap. And that is what's going to happen. He's going to get trapped right here by the pallet. Again, we see King Pleb Warrior just zoning the survivors exactly where he wants them to go. And Lucian Garcia now unhooked. Trapper going to go in for that middle gen, I do believe is where he's headed. Trapping again right here by this door. He likes to trap this middle building for sure. That's definitely smart. Not going to bother kicking the generator just yet. He might go back for it now. He did see a survivor, though, so he might go for that instead. Yeah, going for Nev 1111 here and lining up for the hit. He does land it. Very nice as Nev 11, instead of running, decides to take it. Oh, but goes down. Unfortunately, I don't think he even had live. Very curious choice. He should have used that extra power boost from the hit to get away, but instead opted to not do that for some reason. Survivor's only getting 1 gen done so far, and now 3 hooks? 2 hooks. Are we missing a hook?
Would be his
No,
third
3 hooks. Okay, yeah. Sorry,
Yeah,
it's... Thank you very much, guys. 3 hooks now for King Pleb Warrior, and another trap on X57X Bruiser. That'll be a second hook once he goes to get him, assuming he doesn't get out. Is he going to chase him, though? No, he's not going to go back for Bruiser. Instead, working his way there, but... Oh! Cheryl manages to squeak right by the trap. And X57 is down on the ground. Unlucky. Getting a second hook on Lucian, opting not to go for X57. It was instead getting picked up right now. Missing a skill check there on the way up, but that's okay. Not a big deal. They weren't really going for that anyway. I think that was just an accidental miss. And we see Trapper instead going back in. Oh my god, and he gets another trap on X57. Well played by Trapper. King Pleb Warrior, just so much strength in this map. Faking like he's going to go through and putting the pallet, or putting the trap by the pallet, and instead decides not to. Now, we do see D-Rack was in a chase with him for a moment, but then he left. Instead, going for the pickup on X57, which isn't a bad choice. 2 generators done to 5 hooks, I do believe this will be. Second hook on X57. And almost got a free hit on the Fang Min. Not quite able to land it. Very close, though. He wants to maybe zone Fang into the trap, but she did see it, so she is going to leave that loop instead. We see Lucian working on their gen, getting almost 3 gens completed. Not a bad showing by these survivors at all. They're doing quite well, although they're hitting a lot of traps. That's partly due to Lucian doing so much zoning. And or not Lucian, King Pleb, sorry. Lucian going down as a result of that zoning once again. And a decisive strike play. Not a missed one either. Well played by Lucian. Hoping for the window. There is no window there, however, and he does not have balanced landing, so he is going to probably go down. He gets a dead heart out of the way, and another whiff. 2 whiffs on King Pleb Warrior, and he manages to get to safety just barely. An unsafe pallet, but nevertheless is able to squeak by and does eventually go down, unfortunately, but really well played. X57 now healing up, trying to get some reset. Lucian, though, going to be on 3rd hook. And this will be 2 gens popping really quick unless we see Pleb Warrior come over this direction. But he's not doing that yet. Instead, putting down some traps. Figure he doesn't mind letting them finish the gen, I suppose. Or doesn't want to pressure. But does he have a 3 gen in this one? I don't think he does.
Mm-mm.
I feel like I saw Jake squatting somewhere, but I don't really know for sure what I saw. I feel like he was squatting right down there by the gen. I want to kind of rewind that footage and see it back. And we do hear someone dropping down. That is Fang Min. And using a sprint burst to sprint burst away. Going to drop the God pallet. As we see now, Survivors might actually get all 5 gens completed. But still a strong showing. 6 hooks is already half the total hooks he needs to make it a fairly even game. Going in for Detective Tap. We see Tap over here in the corner. He is going to work his way around to this jungle gym. Taking the loop. And does take a hit by the pallet, opting not to drop it. Ooh. Kind of mind gamed himself there for a moment as he hesitated. And now we see him running away, not quite going to make it. Ooh, what was that? What was that? I think he tried to dead hard, but he didn't go anywhere. I saw dead hard activate, but I don't think he went anywhere.
That was the buggiest dead hard I've seen in a while.
Probably, yeah. That was probably one of the buggiest dead hards I've ever seen. And we do see all 5 gens are going to get done, but not before he gets a 2K. Very similar to the last game, except instead of 1 hook kills, he got 2 full man 3 hook kills. Full 3 hook man. Don't worry about it. The grammar, the wording is irrelevant. We got it. That's the point. D-Rec now going in for the gate, and Nev 1111 stepping out of a locker. Is going to get a smack on him. Not going to be able to finish getting that gate open. King Club going in for the kill. Oh, he knew he was standing there, went for the hit, but is able to get the stun. And unfortunately, this is a very strong loop. But he does get him down. Ooh. It's a very strong pallet usually. You can mind game it like he just did very effectively, but it can be a very strong pallet, especially if you're patient with it as Survivor. They just, I think, got a little bit too eager with the pallet vaults. I would have probably run around it a couple times. King Club Warrior missing a head.
Oh my.
That's terrifying. That was terrifying. Not gonna lie. That is a 1 hook right now for D-Rec. He might be dead on hook as well. Is Nev 1111 anywhere near a door that's an open door? Or at least a 99 door. I don't think he's even 99'd his door yet. Let's take a look at what happens here. No, he hasn't touched this door at all. So, oh, this could be a 4K for King Pleb Warrior. He's gonna have to disarm this trap, which means Trapper will be aware of where he is. And he does now know. And he's not gonna have enough time to finish that. King Pleb is very close. And we do see that Jake is privy to that idea and leaves early, but he does get spotted by the Trapper up against the wall. And unfortunately, being out of position like this could spell disaster and early down for him, but does bait out a whiff. But it's just not going to be enough. Is going to go down out here by the rocks. Oof. And a nice 4K from King Pleb Warrior. Did we expect anything less, though? I don't think so. Really well played. I believe that was a 9-hook game.
Yeah.
King Club not even bothering to find Hatch. King Club was like, hey, remember when Poggy said that Trapper has a hard time on this map? Yeah, let's just prove him wrong. Let's just show how stupid Poggy is. To be fair, what I meant was, as all the killers go, Trapper is probably one of those that has the hardest time on this map. It's kind of what I was getting at. Not that it's impossible for him to win.
Right, for sure, for sure. And, oh, yep, Agitation and Iron Grasp replying in kind. Thanatophobia, Corrupt Intervention. Corrupt Intervention, I think, did a little bit this map, if anything, just to give him... Because he had some traps set up, and they had not popped 2 gens, which is actually pretty great if you're a Trapper. Usually you sacrifice 2 to 3 gens just to get your game set up. So, props for that. Oh, man. Honing Stone actually did some work this game. They left Bruiser at the pallet and just went on a chase with someone else. Someone else still on hook. So that person who was supposed to be doing a gen had to come off just to get the save because someone was down, someone was on a hook, and someone was in a chase. Just
scores right.
Massive pressure.
All right, well, let's go ahead and run our post-game review. Take a look at the standing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you've been watching the defending champions, Creepy Daddy Michaels versus Hellraisers, one of the newer teams. Hanging in there, actually, I would say. They did pretty good overall. Gotta give it to them. And we saw trial number 4, 5 generators getting done. However, it wasn't enough, as we saw 0 escapes, unfortunately for them. However, we also saw 9 hooks from King Pleb Warrior. Fantastic showing with Trapper and a total of 4 kills. Well played, sir. 90-31 after trial 4. In total, Creepy Daddy Michaels taking the W today, convicted of murder. Well played, Creepy Daddy Michaels, as usual, defending that title from last season. Well played. And here are your highlights.
I have to head out in just a moment because I have my own stream to attend to, but this was a fantastic and fun game to watch. We got to see 2 really high-tier killers, and then at the same time, in the same match, Trapper, who was arguably one of the lowest-tier killers back-to-back. And both games were just so satisfying to watch. Even if there was a lopsided score at the end, phenomenal game. I enjoyed every moment of it. Thank you to the teams. And I will catch you guys. Isn't tomorrow's stream at 10 o'clock Eastern? If I remember correctly?
I think it's still 7 and 10 tomorrow.
7 and 10? Okay. Well, we'll be back for then.
Yeah, thank you so much. Hiru's going to go off and do his own stream. We're going to do some cross-examinations in the post, and we'll be doing some of that in just a minute.
We only have 1 stream tomorrow. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Is it only 1? I might be incorrect. Let me check as well. I'm looking at the schedule right now. Just give me a second. It's
regardless, you don't want to miss it.
Regardless, yeah, you don't want to miss it, for sure. So I have tomorrow, 10 o'clock p.m. You guys are right. Sorry about that. I thought there was 2 tomorrow. But yeah, only 10 o'clock p.m. tomorrow night. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be back then. However, let's do some cross-examinations here. And Rue, you are free to leave. You're free to go, sir.
Have a good evening.
Thank you.
You have been released from prison on good behavior.
He's a judge. He's not... What? Anyway. So,
I mean, judges could be corrupt and go to jail too. What?
Is that the picture we want to paint? All right, let's get some people in here. Who's coming up first for cross exams? Sam, I'm going to let you handle questioning.
I think we're starting with Choke Me Daddy from Creepy Daddy Michaels, because she's the first one in.
All right, well, you know what to do.
Choke me.
Good evening, morning, whatever time of day it is. I think it's like 4 o'clock for me.
Yeah, you have to play pretty late to be in these things. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm quite used to it with Friday tournaments and leagues and stuff like that. Mostly, it's mainly American, so I sort of have to adjust myself a bit.
So, we saw Pleb do Pleb things and CDM do some CDM things. Do you want to talk about how y'all consistently do this week in and week out?
Well, we don't practice. We never practice. We just go in and just play it as it comes. I'm not really one of the starters. I don't really, because obviously all the games are quite late for me. So I don't play every match. But yeah, we just go in, we do our thing, and that's it, really. There's nothing more to it.
I mean, we consistently see y'all do the same things week in and week out, unless it's against, historically loop artists, and we'll see with the other teams coming in what those matches look like, of course. I mean, y'all are playing Deity and another team next week, which y'all are doing so graciously as well because of the craziness with Spine Chills last week. We had to make some adjustments and bring a new team in, and a team called Deity was nice enough to take the spot and agree to playing 2 games next week as well. So, what are you thinking about going up against Deity, which rumor has it is top tier team?
The boys have just really chilled out anyway. We're a really sort of chilled out team, so I've told them what's what. I mean, I keep them organised. I keep them strong, straight and narrow. So I'll just have to see what they bring next week. I won't be playing, but we'll just have to see how they play it and what it's all about.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting matchup for sure. I mean, I can't wait to watch it. You know, I've watched your classics with CD. I mean, with Bubba's Bullies, now Loop Artists, and then you know that game with PGS was really close. And then my old team, we had a good one against you in Iridescent League. So it's possible to beat y'all, is what I'm ultimately getting at.
Oh yeah, well, I mean,
it's very rare to see, of course.
I mean, no team is unbeatable. Not one team is unbeatable.
Absolutely.
It's just finding the key to beating that team. I mean, we did not expect Basement Trapper. That man woke up and chose violence this morning. I fucking swear down.
What were y'all saying during that game? Like, what was going on?
Well, Trip went down first, and he's like, "Just leave me to die. This man has trapped this track to absolute death." He's full on Basement Trapper. So we had to leave Trip to die, and then I went down, and he walked me all the way from main house into that basement. I was very nearly off. But again, there was no point them trying to come down and get us, because that'd have caused even more problems. So we just sort of adapted it and played it. I mean, Ricky and Jay did an amazing job getting that last gen done between the pair of them.
I mean, it's funny to see teams coming against y'all with very defensive builds. Even Spine Chills last week in that first Legion match was a very defensive game.
That was so defensive. I mean, that poor guy didn't know what to do. They were trying to drag him off from one side. He was like, "No, I need to stay here," and it was just a huge standoff.
Yeah, well, and it's proving to be a good way to go against y'all. As crappy as it and boring and slow as it is to watch, it's the only way to kind of keep y'all reined in, is to focus on that 3-gen and heavily defend that 3-gen, which is what we see happen in each of those matches. Is, you know, this nasty little 3-gen, you get locked up, and then it just becomes y'all are good enough not to take the hits, but also, you know, still susceptible to that type of scenario. So
I mean, we do end up breaking the 3 and 4 gens.
Yeah, it just
takes time.
A very methodical, slow, like, nope, we're gonna be safe, and we're gonna do this the safe way. And it's funny because I doubt that's the conversation. You know, I doubt y'all are sitting there going, "Yeah, let's play this safe." It's just naturally built into y'all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, the boys are the boys. They're a lot better players than I am, and they're so clever with what they think about, and it all just boils down to what's happening in game. They've got so much tourney experience between them. It just comes on the fly. So whatever's happening in game, that's it. They come up with the strats. I mean, Trip's pretty much a field general. He just yells and tells us what's what.
I have one more question before we move on to Exalted One. Of course, you know, we're going to ask you to sit around for a second while we talk to him. But were y'all discussing points during that Basement Trapper game? Were y'all going, well, he's only going to get 9 points, so it's not that big of a deal?
It did sort of crop up. He's like, why is it this man doing himself out of points to catch up with us?
Yeah.
But then again, he did manage to 3K us, which some teams don't even manage to get 2 of us. Yeah. So we did sort of, it did pop up about him sort of screwing himself out of points.
Yeah.
Because that's what he did with Basement Trapper. As fun as it was to watch, he screwed himself out of points.
Yeah. I mean, it was nice to watch him control y'all. Like, it was his game for sure. And, you know, he had all the pressure and all the strength, but still the way that Vigo's is designed, it's just not going to pay off. We're going to go ahead and move on to Exalted One real quick. Exalted One is from Hellraisers. Exalted, you there? So,
I don't disagree. I was dubbing him a god while watching it in the party. I was like, "Oh, you're a god," but he couldn't hear me because he was in game chat.
I'm having a hard
did
time.
y'all
You guys
realize?
keep cutting out on my end. I don't know if it's my internet, but you guys were quiet for a good minute there. I couldn't hear anything.
Who,
you
me
guys were
too?
saying.
Me?
Yeah, you and yeah, I think it might have been my Discord crashing or something because I couldn't hear. If you guys want to like start over from where you started, just for the audience's sake, if I missed anything important.
Well, I was just saying how this victory, this whole situation, this whole game, it feels like a moral victory for us, the Hellraisers. Even though we lost, this I hope this game put a lot of smiles on people's faces. From the meme, it was a meme, but it's now the dream. We have the we set up the blueprint for future teams that face CDM.
I mean,
I
possibly.
believe.
I mean, you do realize that y'all weren't scoring very many points, and that's a downfall to what y'all did there.
Yeah, but you want to hear the upside?
Yeah, absolutely.
A 3K on the champs.
I mean, that's true as well. That's absolutely also very true. So
This is not necessarily. We're not dubbing it a victory. A victory as in a victory in
a moral victory.
a victory in our record. This is more like this is, you know what I mean?
A step in the
I'm
right
sorry.
direction.
I'm stumbling on my words. I'm a little not nervous, but
No, you're fine. You're fine. Well, I'm gonna bring Amy back in. Amy, is there anything y'all want to say to each other? Exalted 2?
Yeah, good game. Good game.
good game, man. Good game.
We were not expecting that basement. We were not expecting him at all. But no, we're always good game, no matter who we play. But yeah, it was good fun.
Good games, man. It was fun. It was amazing.
Is there anything y'all want to say to the stream?
These guys are the real deal. You guys might already know this, but these guys are the real deal, and we'll be back stronger. Even though we were kind of getting our asses handed to us, we weren't out. We're never out, man. We're never out. We're never out. We're still gonna be there, man. We're still gonna try to win at all costs.
Amy?
That's fantastic. That's fantastic attitude to have. Come in and have fun.
Yes,
Because
ma'am.
we have a lot of fun playing. We do have a lot of fun, and we stay humble, and we just come out, we play, and it's always a GG.
Of course.
Always a GG.
Well, have a good night, guys, and everyone watching. Stay safe. Have an amazing day, and hopefully our performance put a smile on your faces. Hopefully, you got a good
It did.
little kick out of
Thank
it.
you.
It did. Yes, thank you for sure.
Okay,
Right.
peace out, guys.
Bye.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and close this out. We will be back tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be here. Don't miss it. It's going to be... Who is it again, Sam? I don't have it in front of me. Maybe I do.
We have
I got it.
Flops
It
versus
is-
DHOP.
Flops versus DHOP. Don't forget also hit that follow button if you haven't already. We'll be back tomorrow again. And go to vigoscourt.tv for some awesome merch. Check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/vigoscourt. You can subscribe down below as well. That helps us all keep doing this full time. We appreciate it. And we will see you all very, very soon. Where is my button? There it is. Later, folks. Take care of yourselves and be safe. Bye-bye.
So before the first gen even pops,
Can make you wanna know my name.
trying to bait out a hit there, but not able to get it. Freaky JT able to get away. That was a missed decisive strike.